we've got a growing issue on our hands, and it concerns the referees. And I'm not talking about the Cincinnati Bengals getting screwed by the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm talking about LeBron's nationally televised game you probably saw and the meltdown that you probably saw at the end of the Celtics-Lakers game on Saturday night. One of the big centerpiece games of the year, all eyes on them, and did it deliver? It was so good. Here's the background. Lakers, who of late actually have been pretty good. They were 8.5-point dogs in Boston. Should have been a blowout. Everyone thought it's going to be a blowout. Why is this thing on national TV? Kings are playing. Kings are not on national TV. They got flexed out for the Lakers, which is par for the course. But somehow, some way, the Lakers delivered and put up a fight to the point where they were leading at halftime. They held on to the lead. And, of course, the Celtics were back like Celtics do. And a game without question that was decided by, you guessed it, the refs. You guessed it, a non-call for a star player, the biggest star in the league, in our last generation, LeBron James. Celtics down 3 points with 4.1 seconds left to go. Jaylen Brown gets a very suspect ticky-tacky and one call. Heads to the line. It is now tied up. Lakers have 4 seconds left to go. They give the Lakers the final shot of the game. LeBron James, like the dominant player that he was in his prime, decides he's going to put his head down, go straight to the rim, goes up for a layup, and then smack. What do the 5 fingers say to the hand? I guess it was his forearm. Smack. Gets smacked on the forearm by Jaylen Brown, looks at the ref, dead in his face, no call. God damn. I don't think I've ever seen LeBron James that mad in his life. None. Never seen it. Fell down to the ground in what was either some sort of Minnesota Timberwolves playing glue yourself to the court experiment or an overly dramatic whine, but it was a full-on tantrum. Pat Beverly was so mad at the non-call, he somehow takes a DSLR camera from the cameraman to show the ref that his arm was actually slapped by Jaylen Brown or maybe Jason Tatum. And one of the more egregious non-calls of the season. And that bringing out, that was a whole new thing. I had never seen someone grab a camera from a photographer to show the ref. But that's where we're at. Wasn't something that was reviewable. And, of course, it cost the Lakers the game 100% because they would have sent LeBron to the line with almost no seconds left on the clock. They would have been up 2. They would have won the game. But instead, because of Pat Beverly's antics, before the game the OT even begins, 2 free throws for the Boston Celtics, tip-off, and now they're leading, and they never give up the lead for the rest of the game. Lakers lose. Not even a question that it was completely blown. Not even a question that the game was stolen. They asked Darvin Ham what he thought about it. Here's what he had to say.
I mean, as much as I know, I can't speak for anyone but myself. As much as you try not to put it on officiating, it's becoming increasingly difficult. There's a bunch of stuff we could have did better in this game, but for the most part, we competed our behinds off, played the right way, played together, stayed aggressive, playing downhill, playing in the paint. And it's unfortunate that, the game ends on a play like that. It's unfortunate, especially with, and you don't ask for favoritism, you just ask for consistency.
You don't ask for favoritism, you just ask for consistency. Later on, he says, the best player on earth can't get a call. It's amazing. Braun wasn't as angry as I thought he would be, but he was just sad, just resigned. Some sort of emotion I had never seen from LeBron. So they ask him.
Challenging. Challenging. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm attacking the paint just as much as any of the other guys in this league that's shooting double-digit free throws a night. And, it's just, I don't get it. I don't understand it.
I should be shooting double-digit free throws a night. I'm getting to the lane just as much as these other guys. I just do not get it. Well, according to Dan Wolke, the league immediately reached out to the Lakers to confirm that, yes, the refs indeed did blow the call, and Tatum should have been called for the foul that would have given Braun 2 shots from the line to win the game. Last 2-minute report said the same thing. Even the head ref, Eric Lewis, admitted that they blew the call right after the game. They asked him what was up, and this is what he had to say. Hey, why was Patrick Beverley assessed a technical foul at the end of regulation? His actions were inappropriate in addressing resentment to a non-call. It looked like he brought a camera out. Was he trying to show you something? Yes, that was part of his inappropriate actions. It looked like there was contact on LeBron's drive at the end of regulation. Why was there no foul call, and what did you see? There was contact. At the time, during the game, we did not see a foul. The crew missed the play. No shit. That was very obvious. It was egregious. Here's the thing. Blown calls happen. It sucks. Yada, 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 yada. But if you're a LeBron James and you are the LA Lakers or you are a Laker fan, you should lose your goddamn mind about this. Why? Because it is affecting whether or not you can go to the playoffs or not. This is the 4th time in the last 2 months that the Lakers have been hosed in the last minute of a game that has cost them said game. 3 times the league admitted their mistakes. The 4th time, when they said Russell Westbrook wasn't fouled on a game-winning attempt, where Joel Embiid literally grabbed his wrist, probably one of the most egregious of the bunch. So if you were to add those 4 wins that were stolen from the Lakers, I can't even believe I'm discussing it this way because I hate them so much. The Lakers are currently 23-27. If they had won those 4 games, they would be 27-23, which looks at the standings would be 4th place in the West. A game out of 3rd place. Instead, they are sitting right around 10th. And that is a massive difference with the West in turmoil. According to the Lakers' official last 2-minute report, there have been, this needs to be said, there have been 34 incorrect calls or non-calls in the final 2 minutes of 19 games that the league classifies as close. 21 of those 34 incorrect calls have gone and favored the Lakers. So you might say, well, the Lakers get more calls, but 4 games now in the last 2 months have been stolen. And I'm going to predict that some team at some point is going to get screwed out of the playoffs by a bad call. They will. There will be a team that because of a bad call ends up missing the play-in, missing the playoff. Maybe it's the Lakers. If I'm AD and I am Russ and I am Braun, I would not be happy. I would feel like we are gelling at the right time, and somehow, some way, we just cannot buy a win. We are getting wins pulled out from under us. And it is turning a team that could be, quote-unquote, successful or improving to a team that has really no recourse, really no hope, really no desire to do anything else. If they get to the playoffs and are healthy, the Lakers will be dangerous. But it looks like it might be difficult for them to do that the way that things are going if the refs don't get out of the way.